Welcome to today MDCAT Biology MCQ session on respiration. Test yourself with high yield MCQs questions. Let's begin. Which of the following is the site of cellular respiration? Ribosome, mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, where anaerobic respiration takes place producing ATP. Which gas is released during anaerobic respiration? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen. Carbon dioxide. In aerobic respiration, glucose is fully oxidized and CO2 is released as a byproduct. How many ATP molecules are produced from one glucose molecule in aerobic respiration? 2, 12, 36 to 38, 24, 36 to 38. Complete oxidation of glucose produce a net 36 to 38 ATPs. Which of the following is an anaerobic process? Krebs cycle, electron transport chain, glycolysis, oxidative phosphorylation. Glycolysis. Glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm and doesn't require oxygen. In plants, gas exchange takes place mainly through cuticle, lenticle, stomata, and root hairs. Stomata are pores on leaves that regulate gas exchange and transpiration. Which of the following is not a product of the Krebs cycle? ADP, NADP, FADP, FADH2 pyruvate. Pyruvate is the substrate that enters the Krebs cycle, not its product. Where does glycolysis occurs in the cell? Mitochondrial matrix, cytoplasm, nucleus, inner mitochondrial membrane. Cytoplasm. Glycolysis is a cytoplasmic process and the first step of cellular respiration. Which enzyme is responsible for the fixation of carbon dioxide in plants? ATP synthase, ribosome, hexokinase, pyruvate dehydrogenase. Ribosome catalyzes the first step of carbon fixation in the Calvin cycle. Which of the following organisms can perform both aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Yeast, humans, amoeba, bacteria. Yeast respire aerobically when oxygen is present and anaerobically when oxygen is absent. In human, which structures prevents food from entering the respiratory tract during swallowing? Epiglottis, larynx, trachea, pharynx. Epiglottis. The epiglottis acts as a flap covering the trachea during swallowing. Which molecule is the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain? NAD positive, FAD, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Oxygen. Oxygen accepts electrons at the end of electron transport chain, forming what? Aerobic respiration in muscles lead to accumulation of lactic acid, ethanol, carbon dioxide, pyruvate. Lactic acid. Lack of oxygen in muscles lead to the lactic acid fermentation. How many molecules of ATP are produced in glycolysis per glucose molecule? 2, 4, 8, 36. 2 net gain. Glycolysis generates 4 ATP but 2 are used, so net gain is 2. Which of the following is the universal energy currency of cell? NADH, FADH2, ATP, GTP. ATP. Adenosine triphosphate stores and transfers energy in all living organisms. The process of oxidative phosphorylation occurs in cytoplasm, ribosome, inner mitochondrial membrane, nucleus. Inner mitochondrial membrane. Oxidative phosphorylation occurs at the crista. Which of the following organisms produce ethanol during anaerobic respiration? Human, yeast, fish, amoeba. Yeast. Yeast undergoes alcoholic fermentation producing ethanol. Which molecule enters the Krebs cycles after combining with oxaloacetate? Acetyl-CoA, pyruvate, NADH, FADH2. Acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA combined with oxaloacetate to form citrate. What is the respiratory quotient of carbohydrate? 0.7, 1.0, 1.8, 1.9, 1.0. This is the formula. Which gas binds to hemoglobin with a much higher affinity than oxygen? Nitrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide binds strongly to hemoglobin, blocking oxygen transport. Thanks for watching. How many did you get right? Comment your score and subscribe for more MDCAT preparation.